guys, welcome. My name is Tennessee. Today I'm going to bring you a Vinyasa flow to help you work your way into toe stand. So we're going to be working through the hips, opening up through the groin, working through a lot through the feet. So we often neglect our feet and don't really pay attention to them. So we're really going to warm up the feet, warm up the balls of the feet, stretch them out, let them feel good, and then work our way into toe stand. So that doesn't mean that you have to go in that full posture today. If that's not in your practice today, I will offer you options. I will help you. You can scale up, you can scale back, whatever works for you. Just take what you need and let go of the rest. Now I always start my classes with a chakra clearing. If you don't know what chakras are, there's 7 energy sources throughout your body. They start at the base of your spine and they work their way through the crown of your head. So I want you to check in, notice what feels good, notice of any discomforts, notice of any stuck energy, notice of any sensations, okay? Get out of your head, get into your body, whether that be through the posture or your breath. So today we're just going to start on our backs in a Supta Baddha Konasana. So come all the way onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide. Now if you have blocks, you are more than welcome to use blocks today, or you can use books or anything sturdy or a sturdy pillow to help elevate the earth to you, to help kind of bring that earth up, to kind of help balance you out. Now if you do have your blocks or anything like that you want to grab around the house, you can also place your blocks underneath your knees. You can place them up into your hips. You can also just bring your knees up into your midline, tailbone down, laying in a modified bridge. You can also lay with your legs straight out in front of you in your Shavasana as well. Now you're going to be here for the first 2 minutes of class, so just make sure you're comfortable, get settled in, surrender into your body, releasing any tension, and we'll get started. All right, guys, so go ahead and close your eyes. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. See if you can surrender a little bit further into your body and onto your mat, releasing any tension through your head, your neck, your jaw, your shoulders, your hips, your low back, your knees, your ankles, and your feet. This time, inhale through your nose. Find a constriction in the back of your throat, and then exhale through your nose. This is your Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhaling through your nose, and then exhaling through your nose. Now just see if you can make your inhale the same length as it is your exhale with the same intensity. I want you to carry this breath throughout your practice today, through each posture, through each movement, as we go through. Now just start to clear your mind. Bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, your first chakra. This is your I am space, your foundation, your safety, your security. This is where everything starts. Just check in, notice what feels good, notice of any discomforts, notice of any sensation. On your inhale, bring your focus, your energy, your awareness into your second chakra, the space below your belly button, your sacral. Your I feel space, where you house your emotions, your desires, your sexuality, your creativity. So slowly work the energy up into your third chakra, the space above your belly button, your solar plexus, your I do space. This is what drives you, where your passions, your power, your confidence, your worthiness all lie. Gently pull the energy up into your fourth chakra, your heart. Your I love space, your space of relationships, self-acceptance, and unconditional love. Now gently guide the energy up into your fifth chakra, your throat. Your I speak space, your space of communication, your truth. Gently pull the energy up into your sixth chakra, the space just between your eyebrows, your I see space, your space of intuition, your third eye. And then finally, take your focus, your energy, your awareness all the way above your head to your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Your I understand space, your path to enlightenment. I want you to draw the energy all the way down to the base of your spine, and then inhale it through the 7 chakras through the crown of your head. Notice if anything gets stuck, of any discomforts, or if it feels good. Work to bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to those areas throughout your class today. One big clearing breath in. Audible exhale, let it go. Nice work, guys. Go ahead and flutter your eyes open. Just hug your knees up into your chest. Circle your knees opposite one another in and out. Release the tension through your hips and your low back. Breathe. And now just keep hugging your right knee up into your chest. Release your left leg long to the top of your mat. Find your Ardha Appanasana, halfway relieving pose. Take your right knee outside your rib cage, back up into your shoulder. Now slowly work the sole of your right foot up to the ceiling. Find a half happy baby. Send your knee down as you plug your shoulder blade back and down. If this is too much to start, you can always just grab underneath your thigh. Press down this way. Whatever feels good for you. That feels good. And now just slowly release your right leg long to the top of your mat and switch it out. Hug your left knee up and in. Take your knee outside your rib cage, back up into your shoulder. Ardha Appanasana, halfway relieving pose. Exhale is half happy baby. Send the sole of your left foot up, draw your left knee down, plug your shoulder blade back and down. Slowly release your left leg long to the top of your mat. Inhale, Appanasana. Use your core as you hug both knees back up into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Now this time just rock and roll front to back all the way to a tabletop. Cross at your ankles, send your feet back behind, plant your hands down. Now just stack your shoulders to your wrists. Your hips are in line with your knees. Your belly button pulls into spine. Option to ground through the tops of your feet. Option to tuck your toes under. Now inhale, cow pose, gaze up, belly's down. Exhale, cat, tuck in, dome up. Round up through your spine, pull your hip bones up to your rib cage, tuck your chin slightly in. So let's do that again. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, belly's down. Can you open up your throat a little further, broaden through your collarbones. Exhale, cat, tuck in, dome up. Let's do one more round here. Inhale, cow. You can add any movement you need, side to side, left to right. Exhale, cat, tuck in, dome up. Now slowly work your way back to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach your right arm up to your right side. Exhale, thread your needle. Sweep your right arm underneath your left. Draw your right cheeks down. Now option to keep your hips lifted. Option to pull your hips back to your heels. Option to extend a left leg out to your left side in line with your hip. Option for the half or full bind. Inhale, slowly bring everything back into your midline. Plant your left hand down, draw your left knee in. Extend your right arm up, hold here. Find wrist circles forward and back. Exhale, tabletop. Let's switch that out. Inhale, left arm extends up, gaze up. Exhale, thread your needle, left arm sweeps. Draw your left cheek down. Option hips lift, pull back, extend a leg. Find a half or full bind. Inhale, slowly bring everything back into your midline. Plant your right hand down, draw your right knee in. Extend your left arm up, gaze up. Hold here, find the wrist circles forward and back. Exhale, tabletop. Now just tuck your toes under. Shift your hips back on top of your heels. So I want you to stretch out the bottoms of your feet here. You can also stretch out your thighs. Go ahead and sit up tall, so stack your shoulders to your hips. Your belly button pulls into spine. Reach your arms all the way up. I'm going to turn and face you guys. Good, now I want you to take your right hand outside your right hip. Place your left hand on top of your right temple as you pull your left ear toward your shoulder. You can tuck your chin slightly in, let that feel good. Breathe. Try not to hold your breath. It creates more tension. Good, now everybody release your hand from the top of your head. Tuck your chin slightly in, roll over your right ear over to your right shoulder. Extend your right arm up, gently press to the top of your head. Press down. Stretch through your neck. Just breathe. Just feel the stretch through your feet. One more breath here. And everybody release your hand. Tuck your chin into your chest. Bring both hands to the back of your head and and gently press your head back into your hands as you press down. Feel the opening through the neck, through the upper back. Good, everybody slowly release, work your way back to your tabletop, untuck your toes, shake out your feet, let it go. Now go ahead and find a fire hydrant on your right side. So you can drop your left forearm down and stay lifted on your right side, or just stay lifted all together. Reach your left knee up in line with your right hip, flex your toes back towards your shin. Exhale, lower back down. Good, inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, bring it in. Give me 4. You've got 3. You've got 2. I want you to hold it at the top, and 1. Hold at the top. Find that pulse. Lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your right leg long behind as you extend your left leg or left arm if it's bent. Now flex your toes back towards your shin. Find the pulse. Lift and lower. Activate through the glutes, through the hamstring. Keep your right hip bone pointing down towards your mat. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Now tap your right toe over to your left side. Bring it back to your right. Rainbow taps. Give me 4. You got 3. You got 2. Now just bring your right leg long behind you, and 1. Gently press your toe back to the back of your mat. And I just want you to shift forward and back. Feel this stretch through the bottom of your foot, through your calf muscle. Breathe here. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to a tabletop. Now find your fire hydrant on your left side. So again, option to drop to your right forearm, option to stay lifted, yogi's choice. Bring your left knee up in line with your left hip, flex your toes back, lower back down. Inhale, lift it up. Be intentional with your movements. Exhale's lower. Then give me 2 more. You got 1 more here. Hold at the top. Find that micro pulse, lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, 1, and extend your left leg long behind as you reach back up to your tabletop. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Turn your left hip bone down towards your mat. Find that pulse, lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, hold it at the top, and 1. Rainbow taps. Tap over to your right, back over to your left. Breathe through, activate through your core, knit your rib cage down and in. Pull your bellies up. Good, give me 1 more here. Now hold your left leg long behind you. Lower your big toe back down towards your mat. Push forward and back with the ball of your foot. Stretch that out, breathe. 2 more here. 1 more, slowly work your way back to a tabletop. Now tuck your toes under, lift your tailbones high, find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, first down dog of your class. Your feet are about hip width distance. Take your gaze in between your feet, torso towards your thighs. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Let this feel good. The goal is to extend your spine. Now come up onto your tippy toes and take your gaze to the top of your mat. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Reach for opposite elbows, ragdoll pose. Sway your bodies left to right. Nod your head yes or no. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Give me 1 more breath. Slowly draw your hands down towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Pull your bellies up into your spine, mount your shoulders away from your ears. So try not to dump down through your spine here, try not to round through. Lead your torso down, extend to the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms sweep all the way up. Pull your toes to touch, squeeze your inner thighs, pinkies towards one another. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart center. Inhale, and then exhale, Tadasana. Nice work, guys. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, belly button pulls into spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Now hold it here. Stack your wrists to your shoulders. Your belly button pulls in. Hips are in line with your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Now as you shift forward, come up onto the ball of your big tippy toe. Lower halfway. Hug your elbows to your side bodies. If it feels better, come all the way down to your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. If you lowered halfway, knees and hips are lift. Arms are straight, gaze ahead. If you're all the way down, inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Hug your elbows towards the back wall. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze to the edge of your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let it go. Breathe. Good. Good, you can pedal out your feet, wrap your triceps towards your ears, externally rotate through your inner thighs. Now this time, take your gaze back to the top of your mat. Walk your feet to meet your hands, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. So toes to touch, knees to touch, squeeze your inner thighs. Tailbone draws back, belly's in, chest is lifted, arms are strong. Now again, turn your pinkies towards one another, melt your shoulders away from your ears. Check your knees, make sure they're behind all 10 toes. So if you're shifting forward, send your hips back and down, belly's in, chest is lifted. Good. Good. Exhale, come up onto your tippy toes, send your heels high, sweep your arms back behind, drinking bird. Your palms are face down. I'm gonna turn and face you guys. So squeeze your knees, your inner thighs together. Pull your pinkies towards one another and puff your chest forward. One more breath. Good, inhale, chair, lower your heels down, sweep your arms high. Exhale, forward fold, draw your hands out towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant down, step it back. High plank, lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or a cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right heel rises, open up your hips, stack your hips, breathe here, feel that stretch. Exhale, square your hip, bring your knee to your nose, hold, shift forward, come up onto the ball of your left foot, tick-tock, out and in for 4, 3, 2, 1, step it through, warrior 1, step to the inside of your right hand, your back foot steps into a 45, ground through the blade of your back foot, front knee stacks to your front knee, hips and shoulders are square, arms are strong. Good guys, exhales, plant it down, send it back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, warrior cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left heel rises. Open up your hips, stack your hips, breathe. Exhale, square your hip, knee to nose, hold. Tick-tock, in and out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Step through, warrior 1. Step to the inside of your left hand, your back foot steps in. Ground through the blade of your back foot. Front knee stacks, hips are square, arms are strong. Exhale, plant it down, send it back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, or a cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let it go, breathe. Now we're gonna flow through that breath to move it, take it a little bit quicker. Take your gaze to the top of your mat, step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana, arms sweep up. Exhale, drinking bird, come up onto your tippy toes. Sweep your arms back behind, palms face down. Inhale, chair, lower your heels down, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant down, sit it back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel rises, open up your hip. Exhale, square your hip, knee to nose, hold. Tick-tock, in and out, 4, 3, 2, step through, warrior 1. Back foot's grounded, front knee stacks, hips are square, arms are strong. Exhale, split it down, send it back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, warrior cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel rises. Open up your hips, stack your hips, breathe. Square your hip, knee to nose, hold. Tick-tock, in and out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it through, warrior 1. Back foot's grounded, hips are square, arms are strong. Exhale, plant that down, send it back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, warrior cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, let it go. Now slowly come down to a child's pose, bring your knees out wide, toes to touch behind, draw your third eye down, let it go. You can shake out your hips, you can shift side to side, you can stay still. Whatever you need here, check in with your body. One more breath. Now take your gaze to the top of your mat, plant your hands down, tuck your toes, tailbones lift, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. This time, take your gaze back to the top of your mat, bring your thumbs close together, step or jump, malasana, yogi squat. I'm gonna face you guys. So your feet come out 45 outside your sitting bones, your tailbone draws back, belly's in, chest is lifted, arms are strong. Now, try not to dump down or round through here, so extend and lengthen. Now, if you have a block or a book or a pillow, you can take a block and just sit on your block and hold it here. Otherwise, if you want to take it further, lift your hips 2 inches, reach your arms forward, melt your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, right heel lifts. lower back down. Take it to your left side, left heel lifts. Lower down, alternate right to left. You've got 4, 3, 2, breathe through it. We've got 1. Now both heels lift. Work your shoulders back to stack. Belly's going in, pull in. Chest is lifted, stay in it. Breathe through it. Yes, you can, it's just temporary. You're not here long. One more breath. Beautiful, everybody plant your hands down, lift your tailbones high, heel toe your feet together. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Toes to touch, knees to touch, squeeze your inner thighs, arms sweep up. Now exhale, drinking bird, come back up onto your tippy toes, sweep your arms back behind, palms are face down. Now squeeze your inner thighs together. See if you can lift your heels up a little higher. Now find a dancing bird, take your knees out and in. Find your balance, find your control. Chest is lifted, squeeze your shoulder blades. For 4, 3, 2, keep your knees out wide. 1, heels to touch, pulse, lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, can you hold it low? 1, can you lift a little higher? Can you sink down further? Yes, you can. One more breath. Exhale, chair pose, toes to touch, knees to touch, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant down and send it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra or skip. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, let it go. Inhale, right heel rises. Exhale, low lunge, step to the inside of your right hand. Now push forward and back the ball of your left. For 4, 3, 2, hold forward, and 1, dragon lunge. Lower your back feet down and tuck your back toes. Plant both hands to the inside of your right foot. Hug your right knee in. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. Breathe. Breathe into it. Option to stay lifted. Option to come all the way down to your forearms. Option for blocks. Wherever you need support, underneath your forearms, underneath your back knee, whatever feels good for you. Give me one more breath. Exhale, twisted dragon. If you're down to your forearms, lift back up to your hands. Heel toe your right foot out to a 45. Come onto the blade of your right foot. Gently press your knee out as you take your gaze up over your right shoulder. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. Good, let that feel good. You can add movement here. You can add movement side to side, left to right. You don't always have to stay still into your yoga practice. Add some somatic movement. Add that energy to move, or allow the energy to move. Breathe. You've got 4 more. Hold it here. Good, everybody, go ahead and plant your hands back down to the top of your mat. Heel toe your front foot to the middle of your mat. Exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Now shift your hips back to stack to your back knee. So try not to come all the way to your back heel. See if you can stay lifted, and then hinge from your hips with your torso leading to the top of your thigh. Again, you can take blocks underneath your hands to bring the round up. I want you with a flat back, hinging, and then lengthening, lowering down. Feel that into the hammy tie-in. Hamstrings, breathe through it. One more breath. Good, now everybody go ahead and tuck your back toes under, ground through your right foot, frame your front foot with both hands, tuck your back toes, lift through your back knee, inhale, high crescent lunge, back heel is lifted, front knee stacks, hips are square. So make sure that your back heel is stacked to the ball of your back foot. If your back heel is dragging down, lift back up, activate your left glute, keep your hips in one line, work your shoulders back to stack. Good, exhale, open up, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So just ground through the blade of your back foot, your front knee stacks to your front ankle, work for the heel to arch alignment, and take your gaze on your front middle finger. One more breath. Inhale, reverse your warrior 2, reach your right arm up and back, left arm down. Exhale, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Now cartwheel your right hand to the top of your mat. You're going to shift your weight forward. You can plant your hand down to your mat. You can have your block. You can work for the hover. Whatever works for you, but stack your hips, stack your shoulders. So find that balance. Lift up with the external oblique. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Active through your lifted leg. 5 for it. One more breath. Exhale, step back. Skandasana or side lunge. So straighten out your right leg, flex your toes back towards your shin. You can come halfway or come all the way down to like hover. Hover your heel. Now hands down to mat. You can bring your hands to heart center. You can open up, work for a bind. Whatever feels good for you. Breathe into it. You have one more breath. Exhale, wide forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana to the side edge of your mat. Just lift your tailbone up, turn your right toes in. Now walk your hands about shoulder width distance in between your feet, torso to your thighs. Crown of your head draws down. Take your stance as wide as you need here. Inhales lengthen, exhales deepen, so you can get a little bit deeper. Breathing through. One more breath. Good, everybody slowly walk your hands back to the side edge of your mat. Heel toe your feet closer together if you need to. Inhale, star pose, reach all the way up. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Now sink into your front thigh. Again, your front knee stacks, hip shoulders are open. Inhale, high lunge, back heels lifted, front knee stacks, hips are square. Exhales, plant down, send it back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, warrior cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, pedal it out, let it go. Now inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, low lunge or low crescent lunge, touch the inside of your left hand. Now shift forward and back, ball your right foot, keep framing your front foot for 4, 3, 2, hold forward, 1, dragon lunge. Go ahead and untuck your back toes, drop your back knee down, put both hands to the inside of your left foot. Hug your left knee in. Now option to stay lifted, come down to your forearms, option for blocks. Just breathe into it, you can add any movement you need. One more breath. Good, exhale, if you're down to your forearms, lift back up, twisted dragon, heel toe your left foot out to a 45. Gently press your knee out as you take your gaze up over your left shoulder. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. Try to come off the back of your back knee. So if you've got it, so you're not on your patella. So if you need a block there, shift forward, pull the hips down. One more breath. Good, everybody heel toe your left foot to the middle of your mat. Exhale, half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. Shift your hips back, stack to your back knee, flex your toes towards your shin, lead your torso towards your thighs. Option for blocks wherever you need. One more breath. Good, everybody plant your left foot down, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee, inhale, high lunge. Back heels lifted, front knee stacks, hips or shoulders are square. Good, look up. Exhale, open up warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Adjust your stance wide, ground through the blade of your back foot. Work for the heel to arch alignment. Take your gaze down your front middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior two. Left arm sweeps up and back, right arm down. Exhale, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Cartwheel your hands to the top of your mat. Shift your weight forward, active through your lifted leg. Lift up with the external oblique. Now stack your hips, stack your shoulders. Flex your toes back. So I'm not a loose leg here. I want this active. So you're stacking. Activate through the glute. One more breath. Exhale, Skandasana, Skandasana, or side lunge. Soft bend into your right knee. Flex your left toes back as you lower halfway, or come all the way down to your hover. Fight for balance, fight for control, breathe into it. Stay here, stay in your options. One more breath. Exhales, wide forward fold, Prasarita to the side edge of your mat. Walk your hands shoulder width distance. Now option for twists, option for binds, option for a tripod headstand. If that's in your practice today, I want you to give your body whatever you need here. We're all different, all walks of life. No one's just the same, needing exactly what I say. So give your body whatever it needs. One more breath. Now if you're in a tripod, slowly work your way back down. And everybody walk your hands back to the side edge of your mat. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the top, sink into your front thigh. Inhale, high lunge, back heels lifted, front knee stacks, hips are square. Exhales, plant it down, send it back. Chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, warrior cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let it go. Take your gaze to the top of your mat. Step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Now I'm gonna face you guys. So we're gonna work our way into toe stand. However, you can also just stay in your tree. So we're gonna come from tree down to toe. So that doesn't mean you have to take that full expression. You take what you need. I will guide you through it. So we're gonna load into our left leg. Go ahead and take the blade of your right foot up as high as you can into your left hip crease. So allow your right knee to fall out, tuck your pelvis under to make this hook. Your chest is lifted, your bellies are in, pelt your shoulders away from your ears. If you need to, just take your left hand to the top of your left foot, or excuse me, your right foot. Now you want the sole of your right foot facing up to the ceiling. Again, if this is too much, take the sole of your foot to the inside of your thigh, above your knee, or cross at your ankle, create the kickstand. Now, if you're gonna stay here in your tree, reach your arms all the way up, melt your shoulder blades up away from your ears, turn your pinkies towards one another, stay there. Otherwise, if you're working into your toe stand, now, you can flex your toes back towards your shin. If it feels better to slide your foot slightly halfway down your thigh, that might feel better for your knee. But you're gonna hinge from your hip, find that forward fold. Your belly button pulls into spine, draw your torso down. Draw your hands down to your mat. Now, if you have your blocks, you're more than welcome to stay here with your blocks and work on opening up the hip. Otherwise, if you've got it, come up onto your left tippy toe, lower your hips all the way down to a hover. Whew. Good. Now, you can walk your hands back by your hips. You can find your balance, find your control. Maybe you lift one hand to your heart center, lower down. Maybe the other. Whew. And if you've got it, both hands to heart center, find the balance. Whew. Stay in it, one more breath. Now slowly work your way back the same way you came down. And lift back up. And then everybody parallel your right thigh towards your mat. Lower it down to Tadasana. Woo, pedal it out, let it go. Whew. All right, we're gonna take it to our other side. So ground through your right leg this time. Again, you've got your options. You can just stay in a tree, you can stay in your forward fold, you can stay in the hover, whatever works for you. So take the blade of your left foot up as high as you can into your right hip crease. Now again, the sole of your foot points up to the ceiling, your knee falls out, top of your pelvis, chest is lifted, belly's in. Now, option to stay here as you are, work on opening up the hip. Otherwise, if you want to go for your toe stand, find that flex, so flex your toes back, find that hook. Hinge from your hips, lead your torso to the top of your thigh, option for your blocks, bring your hands down to your mat. You can stay here and work on, again, opening the hip even further. Otherwise, come up onto your right tippy toe, lower down to a hover. Now you can also do this without your blocks, so your hands are down to the outsides of your hips. Now, option to stay here as you are. Otherwise, work your right hand to your heart. Whew, lower down. Left hand lifts up, lower down. And if you've got it, both hands to heart center. Work on that balance. Belly's in, work your shoulders back to stack. One more breath. Okay, slowly work your way back up the same way you came down. Everybody lift your torso, parallel your left thigh. Woo. And then lower down to Tadasana. Pedal out, let it go. It's not an easy one, guys. Stay with it. You have one more breath. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold, draw your hands to your mat. This time we're gonna work into a double toe stand. So please place your hands to your mat, come up onto your tippy toes. Now bring your big toes to touch, squeeze your inner thighs, your knees together, lower down to a hover. Hover your hips to your heels. Option to keep your hands down. Option hands to blocks. Otherwise, if you want to work for your balance, work your hands to your heart center, shoulders back to stack. Keep the hover with your hips to your heels. Now option to bring your right knee out, bring it back in. Left knee pulls out, bring it back in. Both knees pull out, heels to touch, pointer finger mudra, pinkies to your hip crease, elbows draw back, chest lifted, breathe. Fight for it. Stay in it. Now I'm going to give you an added option. Can you close your eyes? Can you shift your perspective inward? Ooh, does that change? Stay here. If you fall out, you get back in. One more breath. Ooh, nice work, guys. Put your eyes open, hands to heart center. Bring your knees back into your leg. Come all the way to a seat. Ooh, let that go. Extend your legs out in front of you. Shake it out. Towel off. Grab some water. Whatever you need here. Nice work today, guys. It's a hot one here in Texas. Go ahead and shake that out, let that go. Now inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Again, hinging from your hips, lead your torso to your thighs. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, walk the edges of your legs. If you've got it, you can touch your feet. Inhales, lengthen, exhales, deepen. Otherwise, wherever you feel tension, just pause and breathe. Offering yourself grace, unconditional love for all the parts of your body. I want you to celebrate your smallest victories, whatever that was for you today. Give me one more breath. Go ahead and work your way into a Baddha Konasana butterfly. Soles of your feet together, knees out wide. Interlace your fingers to the blades of your feet. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, forward fold, elbows to the outsides of your shins. Round through your spine as you pull your forehead to your big toe. This time you can round through your spine. Let that feel good through your low back. Good. Inhale, slowly lift up. Everybody hug your knees back in. Come all the way onto your backs. Let the soles of your feet down just outside your sitting bones. Your knees are up. You can reach in. Make sure that your heels are close enough to your sitting bones. Ground through all four corners of your feet. And then work your way into a bridge pose, Setubandha Sarvangasana. You can plant your hands down, ground through your hands as you lift up. Activate through the glutes, through the hamstring. Tuck your chin slightly in, still breathe. Now option to stay here. Option for a bound bridge. Interlace your hands to the small of your back. Roll your shoulders underneath your shoulder blades. Good, everybody slowly release. Lower your hips down. Knock your knees side to side, like windshield wipers, left to right, let it go. Just allow your knees to fall and stagger, supine twist over to your right. As you bring your arms out to a T, take your gaze left. Work to keep your shoulders grounded. Inhale, slowly bring everything back into your midline. Windshield wiper your knees one more time. Allow your knees to fall and stagger, this time over to your left side, supine twist, as you take your gaze right. Slowly come all the way into your midline. Now go ahead and extend your legs out to the top of your mat. Find yourself a good morning stretch. So reach your arms all the way above your head. Point your toes. Feel that stretch to the front side body. Big inhale, hold that at the top. Audible exhale, release. Allow your hands to fall out to the side. Palms face up to receive. Close your eyes. Come into your final shavasana. Option to stay in your shavasana for as long as you need. Otherwise, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring life back into your bodies. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. This time, clench your fist shut, shrug your shoulders up, squeeze every muscle fiber in your body. Audible exhale, release, leave everything on your mat, take nothing home. When you're ready, work your way into a fetal position, either on your right or your left side. Now your right side is your masculine energy, your left is your feminine. And then slowly work your way up to an easy seated pose, crossing at your ankles, just lengthening through your spine, sitting up tall. Inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Take all that good energy, bring it down into your heart center, your heart space, your fourth chakra. Inhale your confidence, your self-love, your self-acceptance. And then exhale all your fears and doubts. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.